We caught it quickly this time.
Oh, yeah.
We caught the sound quick. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 120.
120.
120. Today is Friday, March 9th, and I am King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10-ish.
Oh, yeah. We are in there.
Oh, Rakesh first. There we go. Way to get in there. Way to get in there. The Game Peeper. What's going on? Bitcoin Hippie. Hello, 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 everyone.
What's going on? What's up, Laban?
Hello. Let me get this chat box going.
What's going on, Stephanie? Thanks for joining.
Boom.
Here
we go. Here. Right. All right. So go ahead and get started. Free Bitcoin winner for the day.
Oh, yeah. So from yesterday, we talked about Sierra Leone implementing blockchain technology to record the votes that were handed in with paper. And they took it and recorded on their blockchain. And Ramo, one of our regulators, he actually won. He said he thinks Brazil will be next because of the government corruption and the type of voting that goes on there. So shout out to him for that comment. I already sent that free Bitcoin to you. There's a lot of countries that could be next. So we'll see. Just like these, different places that enact laws, people are going to start enacting this blockchain technology for voting. So, yeah, appreciate that, Raymond.
Thank you for that comment. Mm-hmm. Okay, something wrong. I think it's your phone, Game People. Everybody else said they can hear us right now.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What's going on? Oh, for the newsletter update in Digital Assets Group, again, that will be a reduced price. Probably here for another few more days into midway through next week. And Bitcoin Zay just added another tutorial in there, how to get off of Coinbase. So for those looking to learn to get off Coinbase and go to other options, make sure you sign up for the newsletter and Digital Assets Group. Right now, it's less than a cup of coffee a day at $49 a month. And again, those prices will go up next week. And of course, you can now listen to us on Google Play, iTunes, and Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And real quick, you have to join the group in order to get the newsletter. There are some people who are asking to buy it separate. It's only available to members of the Digital Assets Group. So get in there.
All right. Boom. Not sure what's going on. The sound is choppy, I'm hearing. Mm-hmm. Can we hear it now? Is it still garbled?
A little choppy. How about now?
How about now?
Slightly froggy voice.
Slightly froggy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on with it.
It's all good.
Trying to use all this new stuff. We might have to go back to this old school. We still choppy or we good?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let us know if we sound like anything on Facebook too. I want people out there just in case.
Right. All right. Binance fraudulent trades reverse. What's going on with Binance?
Oh, yeah. Well, we just found out that Binance CEO is a gangster, and he does not take lightly to people trying to take his money or his business because he simply reversed the trades that were made that were inaccurate, that were sort of out of the blue. And he also showed phishing for the Binance app as far as the website goes.
Let me
go ahead. Still choppy? Oh, and like we've stated before, really taking a stand as a CEO or as a leader of one of these companies is the only thing that's going to really hold off some of these hackers, some of these attacks from regulations, and just seeing how they handle this hack and going forward how they will handle other ones. Binance is becoming stronger and stronger every day. Seen it from the beginning. And it looks like this CEO, he ain't playing with the hackers. He's not messing with my business. So
I'm gonna stop.
Shout out to him. Still choppy?
Mm. Yeah. I'm trying to think what would make us go to a different one.
All right.
Hold on.
Follow us on YouTube where you can see the actual comments from people that we're responding to.
Okay, we're back. Are we still choppy on YouTube? Please let us know. If it is, I might need to close some of these, honestly.
Yeah, getting it together on there. But, yeah, I like the fact that Binance was basically, this is not going to happen like CoinCheck. They were like CoinCheck.
They're not going for it?
Not going for it.
Okay, are we still choppy? Still choppy, but we can deal with it. There we go. Mm-hmm. Oh, man, this is low-key POing me off right now, though. I won't lie. All right, we're going to have to deal with it today. We'll talk louder. We're not sure what's going on. Mm-hmm. We'll figure it out next time. Let's see what else is going on. So Binance said they're going to be gangster with it, and they're going to cut off the hackers' funds.
Yep.
And if that's it. In addition to that, it looks like there's a bill to allow to pay taxes in Bitcoin passes in Arizona House Committee. What's going on with that?
Yeah. Well, let's see. How many states is that now? 3. Well, we discussed it before. That they were looking at it in the House. They actually passed it. And Georgia and Illinois, I believe, are the other 2 states that have similar stuff coming. So I'm not paying my taxes in Bitcoin. Somebody else can, but there are people who, when they do their taxes, they make it, consultation to use it that way because it's easier, it's better. I'm not really big on giving up my Bitcoin for that, but somebody will use it. So it just looks like they're basically making it for Ned Flanders people to feel safer.
Right.
But it's all
daily
good.
gang. Mm-hmm. Well, and it still has a pass. So it looked like it just passed to the House Committee. Still has to go through the Senate and a couple other places. So it's not all the way legalized, but they're trying to. Mm-hmm. And again, I think it just adds to the fact that it's a real currency now, that they're, that mass adoption. Yeah. Like you said, for the Ned Flanders gang, it's unfortunate that we have to be taxed for people to believe it, but it looks like that's what it takes.
Yeah.
And then kind of going on to, mass adoption and the fact that it's actually real money now. It looks like there's a New York wealth manager thinking about issuing loans against Bitcoin.
Oh, man.
So that is, it looks like it was Old Dominion or Dominion Group. Yeah, it's a family office named Dominion Group. Mm-hmm. And they are looking at, like I said, they're looking at only for Bitcoin right now, but offering cash loans because they know there's a lot of people that are now crypto rich. But are having problems getting that money back over to USD when they need it and vice versa. Mm-hmm. So they want to be there for that. They say it's at least $1 billion market right now to just offer loans.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that Salt Lending, it's a few other platforms that have come out. This is what I told people would basically put the mainstream over the top. Because when you can start getting loans for houses, boats, planes, some of the stuff people want to get, property, all this stuff is ridiculous how far crypto can take you. I mean, if you're a miner, there may be people who have been mining for years, and then boom, now you have the assets to buy, different properties or buy different, houses and whatnot, which is great. And if you need just a loan for cash, I know it is pretty hard moving through these exchanges. It is kind of growing pains, but unless you know somebody with a bunch of cash, some people can't get $50,000 to $100,000 at once. But now it's possible. So shout out to Dominion Capital. I'm sure they'll collect a lot of data on people. That'll probably get them more money. Just who are the big time Bitcoin players who are getting $1 million loan for their Bitcoin. So we'll see how that works out. But
and then the good thing too, I think people forget you don't need a loan or a lending company to give out Bitcoin loans. You can do it on your own if you have enough Bitcoin. So again, it's kind of showing the diddly gang that hey. These are possible mechanisms and ways to move forward, but I'm even sure when it comes to loans, how long would it be before the government tries to intervene with that?
Yeah, that's what I said with data. They'll probably make more money off the data they collect because they'll come in and be like, well, yeah, you could do that, but we need to know everything, the social security number, the name, where they live at, the first baby step, everything about whoever you give a loan to, because that can free up a lot of people. And I know early on in Bitcoin, there were a lot of cash exchanges with people who sold Bitcoin. Who it didn't enter the market, it was over the counter. It didn't, raise any flags or anything because it wasn't through a bank. So there's a lot of people who are cash rich right now, and with the loan way, it's just institutional people way to get the same thing. So connection.
All right. Yeah, we're working on it right now. I mean, I'm over here playing with some stuff, trying to get this, trying to get the connection back on the right way.
Oh yeah, it's all good.
It's always. They don't want us to win. There we go. Yeah, shut all that down. Mm-hmm. And honestly, that's what probably is all these windows too.
Yeah, I try and close my windows on that.
All right.
Deep.
Boom. Let's see if we can improve it now. Mm-hmm. All right, let us know if it's getting any better. We just closed a lot of stuff on the connection. All right. So anyway, besides lending Bitcoin, we also have Congress kind of going back to that Arizona House Committee. U.S. Congress to discuss ICOs in hearing next week. Again, Congress said they don't need your opinion, whether you're a user, developer, any of that. They're just going to do this thing themselves. And I mean, I don't even know why they're discussing ICOs because we already know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're going to try to tax them at a ridiculous rate.
Like the Howey test.
For those who can't make enough money to even afford a tax, they're just going to make sure they shut all the way down.
Yeah, you get out.
Again, I mean, it'll be happening next week. It's something to keep your eye on if you're planning on launching an ICO, which I don't know why you want to do it in this climate anyway. Mm-hmm. But I mean, can we really be surprised by anything they're going to discuss? It's not like they're going to try to help them grow.
Yeah, exactly. In my opinion, This is just a way for them to basically put the stamp down, like, oh yeah, anything that comes out is gonna go through the Howey test, and if it looks like a security, then we're gonna get our cut. Too bad. We don't care what the CFTC because they are already butting heads. CFTC wants to foster growth. SEC wants to regulate it, and then who knows? The IRS and everybody else wants to do so. Yeah, should be interesting next week. But a lot of these ICOs, they trash anyway. They should have left on their own.
They won't make it around. And speaking of trash companies that should have left on their own, looks like we talked about this too. We kind of said it. Looks like when the Bitcoin devs came out with PayPal, you remember they filed a patent to speed up crypto payments. And one of the things we said was how they're going to file a patent for tech that's already out. Well, it looks like Bitcoin dev Peter Todd actually came out on Twitter yesterday, day before, and said the same thing. They said, how is PayPal basically trying to, patent something that's already out there that already exists, that OpenDime, the company, has already been using. And if you remember, we still have it on our YouTube. Bitcoin Zay did a video on OpenDime and how to use it and utilize it. So basically, we said it already. Bank of America trying to do it. PayPal trying to do it. You have all these private companies that are IBM. You have private companies that are trying to come in and patent technology that is already out, is open source, and exists for everyone. And again, we already know what's going on with PayPal. You think you might like them, go ahead and get on their bed in, and they're going to act the same way as a bank.
Worse than a bank sometimes. Yeah, because I mean, with the actual innovation that's coming, is coming open source from people around the world, which is decentralization. But when a company says that they have a patent on some type of technology, all that means is they're basically telling you, try us in court. Like, all right, we got enough money, try us in court. What you gonna do? You gonna take away the money we make from it? No. We just have something the same. They basically just took OpenDime's idea, took it for themselves, like they were gonna use it, and put a stamp on it, through the patent office, which is okay. But that means people will have to choose PayPal over decentralization, which I don't see that happening going forward in the future. People are going to find way better sources of income and ways to move money, in my opinion.
Well, I knew I couldn't trust PayPal when they, what's the one guy they shut out from getting his payments when he kind of put out the information on the U.S. NSA guy?
Which one?
The most recent.
Snowden?
It was Snowden, yeah. When they blocked Snowden from using PayPal's payment processor, that's when I knew officially, okay, they're with Wall Street, they're with banks, they're with government. They're not here for the community as a whole. They are literally here to make their quick buck and exit. So, like the banks, I hope crypto destroys PayPal as well.
Yep.
Speaking of exchanges and everything, though, going to Gemini. Gemini plans to add more crypto tokens. It looks like they're eyeing Bcash, and I think possibly either Litecoin or a couple other ones. Some of the main ones that Coinbase already has.
Doge.
Right? I know, right? Shield. Right now, the only thing Gemini has is Ethereum and Bitcoin pairings, but they are looking to add more. The reason why they only kept a small amount of pairings is because they are operating in New York under that Bit license, which is ridiculous. It's theft at its finest. It basically makes it so that if you're not already a multi-millionaire, you cannot enter the crypto ecosystem. And they, of course, did that to protect their bankers that pay for their salaries, even though they're government employees.
Yeah, which they go back and forth. They go from government to private, private to government. So they kind of going back and forth so they can make sure they make that happen. But that's the way it goes. And honestly, with Gemini, they are one of the best exchanges. And if they add new tokens, that'll only just add to how good they are. Because I think they're better than Coinbase.
Right, they definitely are.
Hopefully, the Bcash part of it is kind of like we'll see. But if they add it, I'm sure
it's a money play.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just for business reasons because there are people that will buy it when it's at its very lowest, terrible point, and they'll make something off of it.
I think the Winklevoss twins are actually smart enough to see, a couple things. First, their exchange is operating on the Bit license, which means almost every transaction that goes through there is going straight to the government. And with that knowledge, they also know that decentralized exchanges are coming and they won't be needed here in the future. So I think they're just going to try to prop up their evaluation as high as they can get it, similar to what Coinbase is doing it.
IPO that joint.
IPO real quick, and then
2 or 3 billion,
and get on exit market.
Yeah,
so
and I got my island waiting for me.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think they're playing for more of a monetary value. Saying, hey, we built this thing; it won't last whether we want it to or not. Or we can build it up for institutional investors, keep a percentage, give it the rest away, sell it. So that's what I think they're doing. That's the reason why I can see them adding Bcash and all that, because it does have a market cap of puppets. We all know that.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then you got the boy, who's the guy that's rapping about it now?
Oh man, I don't even know who that is, but that just looked terrible. And I ain't clicked.
Another guy who wants to give us his social media market shares with it. Yeah, somebody's rapping about Bcash now. It's like pretty big crypto.
And your boy Ian Bellina got the
that's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
there's two of them. Yeah, it's two came out.
There's two of them.
Ian Bellina's what I'm talking about.
He got the music videos out. Yeah, you won't see me in a music video, man. Right. Not rapping at least.
That would be, you might see me in a suit in the background somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Bitcoin shirt just walking in the background quietly.
Only if it's Project Pat.
There we go. Oh, too funny. Allegedly, Telecom Egypt covertly redirecting internet users to crypto mining sites. So Telecom Egypt, a telecommunications business out clearly in Egypt, looks like they have been redirecting all types of users to two different ways they're doing it. I forgot it's like a trickle down approach and something else. But basically, when users click on certain websites, they're being redirected to other sites or other ads, which would in turn start to mine crypto from their computer without their knowledge.
Browser mining.
We've seen this happen a lot of times. I think this is the first time we've seen a company behind it, though. And this is allegedly. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's hilarious because they basically just have a business plan for people to help them mine crypto as much as possible. I think a lot of small businesses should be mining crypto if they have, a couple $1,000s to buy some ASICs. But this isn't the way to go about it, in my opinion. However, it's crypto. Welcome to the Wild West. People are getting people with phishing scams, whatever, ransomware, whatever. So if a business comes out and is like, well, if you want to click on our links, we're going to mine Bitcoin. Hey, there could be a whole industry around that. There are people discussing an economy where you could give a company permission to mine crypto instead of watching their ads, so they can still make the money.
That's a good point.
And then all it would do is take a small amount of your computer computing power. So, I mean, the act itself isn't bad. I think maybe permissioned browser mining would be better, though.
Yeah. Here we go.
Hey.
Got a new subscriber.
All
right. Japanese financial regulator issues punishment notices for 7 crypto exchanges. So it looks like they actually halted trading on 2 of the exchanges. Another 5 were given these punishment notices. And the reason why they're saying that these exchanges aren't doing enough to identify any instances of fraudulent, uses via money laundering, of course, or terrorism. Now, we've talked about this before, and the crazy thing is that if you decide to, do these AML, KYC policies, know your customer, anti-money laundering laws, policies, which Japanese people, banks and regulators are pushing, which United States bank and regulators are pushing, then you start to aggregate data again, and you become a prime target for hackers.
Yeah.
So on one hand, they're saying that, hey, these 7 exchanges are receiving these punishment notices because they're not, their program isn't robust enough. But as soon as their program does become more robust, they'll be hacked for all our information, including social security numbers and everything else they have on file.
I mean,
which is ridiculous.
How many times did that happen?
I strongly believe this is the banks and government's response to a growing crypto environment. They're saying the only way we can slow it down is to tell them terrorism and money laundering, all this other stuff. Yeah. And like the dilly dander gang they're just listening and taking it. But
there's only a few thousand big time money launderers in the world anyway. Like there isn't this.
Everybody's in the money laundering.
Wide network of money launderers that are moving millions and billions of dollars every week. There's like 1,000 of them, 2,000 of them. It's not that many. So if you're trying to stop people from doing they're trying to stop regular people from being able to move money freely because they know, if you have millions of people moving money that they can't touch or that their limits don't matter, then they basically just missed out on millions of dollars. So it's same old game, man.
Same old game, but the unfortunate part is, again, you have 7 different crypto exchanges that are now like, you know what? This would be all the Wolf of Wall Street if I was a crypto exchange right now. I'm like, you know what we do with subpoenas?
Yeah.
I'll throw it in the trash can in front of my team.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'll Jonah Hill it.
Kobe and
yeah, I'll be Kobe. And like, if all these exchanges, not just in Japan, the U.S., everybody get together and start publicly bringing the news channel, ripping up these punishment notices. You're getting a punishment notice from the government.
Does that sound like business was fake to start?
Does that sound like a nanny state or what? That's like your parent coming in your room telling you to sit in the corner. Like, what? Rip that up, throw it back at them, do it unionize. As we're supposed to be self-regulating, so unionize and do what the community wants, not what the government, what the regulators want, because they're not asking the community. Again, we talk about this every day. This is the funniest thing to us. I mean, at this point, listen. Look,
Yeah.
this next election will be funny. I guarantee the next election, almost every main congressman and everything is going to be running on a crypto-backed thing. It has to be a, we're here for the crypto community and all that because that's where the money's going to be flowing from.
Yeah, and it's crazy how it started. It started out fake, and we don't
respect
it.
Yeah.
And then now it's at a point where it is
kind
of like a parent.
Punishment notice.
Yeah, it is like a parent whose kid told him, "I got this business idea, you want to invest?" And you were like, "Nah, that's stupid." Then they made $1 million, and you're like, "Oh, but you can't move out the house now. You got to stay here so you can help with bills." And it's like, no, I can go and do what I want now. And they're like, no, stay here, give us some of that money. And even though you didn't believe in it to start, so it's so corny, man.
3 words, people: tar and feather. We need to bring it back. Start tar and feathering. See, I'm not telling you to hurt them. I'm not telling you to hurt them or make them have heart attacks. But find your local government regulator official and start to tar and feather them.
Yeah.
Like you said, give them a wedgie or something. All right, they need this. They deserve it. The way they're acting right now. All right,
man, run around like chickens with the head cut off.
Right, it is crazy. A punishment notice. You're in trouble. Speaking of governments, now this one I can kind of understand because it's you're misusing resources. But Australian police probe government staffers over crypto mining. Looks like a couple of IT staffers, some people like this back in the day, were caught mining crypto at their office using, of course, government, equipment.
I was at a private. I was at a private institution.
So yeah, it looks like
but government people been doing this.
Right, it looks like Australian authorities are clamping down on it. Listen, right now, if you do work in the government office, of course, it is the wrong thing to do. But they're wasting and misusing money anyway. So if you're in there and that's what you're doing, hey, I hope it's worth it. Get in and get out. What do you say?
I wouldn't rat you out. I mean,
listen. I would try it.
I did it, so I know. That's what I'm saying. I did it at my old job, but it was because nobody knew what was going on anyway. But if you work for the government, I'm sure they have something tracking the amount of power usage, electricity.
Well, that's the thing. Most of them don't.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, you are right because the government, they're always just seen as having stuff, but they are a collection of people.
Right.
And people always,
the government is a bunch of average people. All right. On average, is a bunch of average people. You get your high-end people who are like super smart or whatever, who do want to give back or just do a service job. You're like, why don't you go private? But they love what they do. They have pride. You do have those top-tier people. That's this is like regular society. That's a small percent. Then you got the people who are, I don't know how they even have a job, but because of some red tape, it's like, we fired this guy. And
such cousin.
Right, this will happen. But by and large, they're average. So
still a bell curve.
Yeah, still a bell curve. So with that bell curve, the only reason government and military as well just started tracking a lot of this energy consumption was for the environmental reasons that were getting pressed upon them and to save money. But as far as like them just monitoring, I can see a ton of people getting away with it. But it looks like they're becoming leery of it now, or they're becoming aware of it because, like I said, in Australia, they're finally like, all right, the buck stops here.
We did this for us.
Right. And then kind of talking about, different governments and jumping around in different countries. 2 main adoption things that are happening that I think are huge. South Korea's largest hotel booking platform will accept cryptocurrency.
Oh, yeah.
So it looks like their largest hotel booking platform is partnering with BitHum. They already said they noticed that crypto is a new need, that people want to use it. Just like you want to use it to pay taxes, people want to use it to pay for stuff. So it's a hotel chain, a large hotel chain out there that's going to partner with BitHum and accept it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just another company or business, more proof basically that this industry is working. It's working. There are people who are doing nothing more than adding blockchain to their name, and the value's going up. Imagine when all these companies start accepting Bitcoin, that's when we'll start seeing it more as a payment system. Like we said, currency doesn't start out as a payment system. It's a speculative asset. Then when it can get pegged to a natural resource, or if it can be pegged to itself, that's when we start seeing people be able to spend it. And these are the early stages. Hotels, Airbnb, we did Lock Token, B Token, companies like that being able to pay for housing with Bitcoin is always a good thing to see. So, and South Koreans ain't playing. They want that.
I can't wait until it is like I had this issue with banks, PayPal accounts, all that stuff where it's taking 2 to 3 days at least for stuff to transfer and stuff to happen. They're saying, well, the money here, money isn't here, this is going on, whatever. But I cannot wait till crypto does take over the mainstream, where it's literally, do you have the money in your account? Yes, transaction done. 5 seconds, boom. This is happening.
Scan and go.
Scan and go. Instead of this long wait period. I think it's going to save time in our lives. It's going to save, it's going to make everything in the world more efficient. So I can't wait till that happens.
Yeah, it's coming, man.
Cryptocurrency bank Wirex is launching new debit crypto cards for its customers in the EU. Of course, they're only going to have some of the main ones on there, Bitcoin and the like. But again, a huge step in adoption, because that's that back end thing. Once you can give somebody a credit card or debit card, they can load up all their crypto on it, no matter what it is, and pay as they go. Even if it is Dogecoin or Redcoin or Bitbean. Let's say they have millions of that, and you can easily slide it, and it will the money taken out will equate to the USD or whatever value, or even the crypto Bitcoin value. I think this is going to be a huge step moving forward, because that's when we officially get away from banks. That's when we officially get away from these third parties like PayPal, and we can move forward again with a little bit more of your own self-preservation.
Yeah, absolutely. And it'll encourage people who they need to see a card to remind them. Just the mindset they have is, well, where's my credit card? Where's my card at? Because there's a lot of people who can't move past that. But those are the people that, 10, 15 years from now, like you see that old lady still writing checks at the store when you go now, you're like, why? Why do you still have that?
Right.
So, but it is good for now. I will say that. It does help bridge the gap.
One comment we saw Ramos said in DA DACO 19, you guys asked us about the Mt. Gox dump. We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
But just in general, one thing you have to remember in the market for long-term investors, Bitcoin Day says it all the time, 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin.
Absolutely.
So why do you care if Mt. Gox dumps? Like, they can dump all their money, they can keep it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and
it doesn't matter.
It's not an isolated incident.
Right.
It's one person dumping on the market now. That's why the price is going down. It's like there's other things at play here. There's there's not enough money coming in at the same time. There's different tax. It's tax season.
Right.
Like, there's a bunch of factors that go into it. This may help accelerate it. You might get some big red candles like we've seen. But it's not an end-all, be-all. Don't blame it all on Mt.
Yeah, if you believe in crypto, if you believe in Bitcoin, if you read the white paper, if you use the technology and you say, hey, this actually works, which it does, hey, this has been invulnerable, which it hasn't been hacked yet. If you believe in the tech, if you research the tech and you use it, then everything that's happening with Mt. Gox doesn't matter. I mean, even with the price, again, you're not even supposed to look, especially with Bitcoin, which is the main one. Yeah. You're not even supposed to zoom in on the price like people do on a daily basis. Yes, it's going to go up 20 and 30%, up and down 20, 30, 40%, just like the rest of the crypto market. This is what happens every day, people. It's going to be like this next year. Even if it's at 50,000, it's going to be going up and down 55,000, down to 45,000, down to 30,000. This is going to keep happening. So 1 Bitcoin can buy lots more stuff if it's 20. Well, come on, really? Of course, 1 Bitcoin can buy more stuff at 20K compared to 5K. But my point is, if you
technically, because if economies start getting inflated, stuff happens to the dollar itself. You won't be comparing it to the USD price. You'll be saying people want to take Bitcoin over any dollar amount. And then what happens when you have more Bitcoins than people who have dollars? Then that's when you'll see what we talk about.
Right.
But it's.
Again, it's long term. If you're playing a short term game, your hair is gonna fall out, people. If you're looking at the chart every day, playing the short game,
it's gonna be gone.
Your hair is gonna be gone. That's not the way it works. That's not the way. Again, we should be lucky we're in this time period right now where we do get these large percentage swings, because that is not normal. And eventually, in about 5 to 10 years, 15 years from now, once crypto has really hit mainstream adoption, you're gonna start seeing that less and less and less. So this isn't anything you should get used to or be expected. It should be something you know how to make it work for you. You should know how to trade with it and to make more money. But like right now, again, we could compare Bitcoin to its price last year at the same time. Last March, Bitcoin was only maybe $1,100, $1,200 or something.
Yeah.
So again, we don't know what you're talking when we talk about the price. The price is still way higher. In January of last year, everyone said they hope they end the year of 2017 with the price of Bitcoin anywhere at 5,000 to 5,500. That was the top everyone called. 5,000.
10 was outlandish.
10 wasn't even possible. People weren't even talking about 10.
Yeah.
The highest I saw might have been like 7,500, 8,000 last year in January. But on average, every report, Cliff High, Tap Scott, Novogratz, we did. Everybody was saying 5,000 people, period. So the fact that we are here above 5,000 we're already good.
It's going away. I mean,
now, I know some people bought, at 20K, so all you can think about is when can we get back to 20K? It's going to get back there. It's not going to happen on your time. It's nothing you can do. You can't worry about Mt. Gox, any of that stuff. Which is why we didn't say anything about it today to begin with. We're talking about things that are going to bring it to adoption, things that will help you trade against the market and make more money. But worrying about a sell-off is not going to change anything.
Yeah. And a wise man once told me, if the price is dropping and the fundamentals haven't changed, that's when you should be most excited.
Right.
You get to get a great product at a cheaper price if you want to speculate, but at the same time, you realize that there is always people who don't believe in it, and we can get them out right now.
We want to get them out. We want to get them out.
Get them out of here.
Because that's when you'll get a more accurate picture of the price.
Just like when South Korea got off coin market cap real quick, and then the price, dumped $2,000 or $3,000, and people were like, "Well, what happened?" It was because they were taking out the inflated part of it, the fake part of how much value Bitcoin has, and then you can truly see who wants to use it going forward. So,
and then another main thing is when people were buying at 20K. I mean, literally, we heard every day, "I wish I would have bought some back when it was whatever."
Yeah.
It is now back at that price that everybody wish they can buy it at. So keep buying if you believe in it. If you already bought at 20K, it's too late to sell. You might as well buckle up.
Or 15.
But if you have additional capital to spare, keep buying it right now, because just like when it did hit 20K, we always talk about, a lot of these people don't remember. By the time it hit 12, 13K, it was literally just blinking.
It was over.
It blinked this way to 20K in a matter of 7 or 8 days. You remember, we went to I think 8 to 20K in a matter of a week, maybe, tops.
And I remember the chart for how quick we went $1,000. It went from 2 days to 6 hours to 30 minutes.
Right.
It was just you're not going to have time to buy it. You have to be in position to sell or to have that value already. So that's what people don't
buy now.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Other than that, for the free Bitcoin day, what are we doing?
All right, for the free Bitcoin,
we still giving away free Bitcoin. It can't be just that bad, people. All right.
Oh yeah. In response to the actual not hack, but the actual problem on Binance, do you think, because there are a few people who are split, do you think their response was accurate, or do you think, hey, it's a free market, those people just lost their money? Some people actually say, hey, those traders who had via sell orders may have seen that coming, in the future. They didn't realize that was going to happen. Why would you reverse my trade? Then there's other people that were like, yeah, good for the CEO. So put your answer, what side of the fence you're on, put that public address, and what's in that free Bitcoin.
All right. And as always, we love constructive criticism. So if it's something on our show you'd like to see, besides better volume here, which we'll have fixed on Monday, let us know. Other than that, you all have a great weekend. Thanks for all the comments. All the discussion is always good.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Cheers.
Have a good one.